Hi, I'm Brian Campling with Source Allies, and welcome to the Codebeamer Advanced Configuration series. We will walk you through the different configuration options for Codebeamer and show you how to fine-tune your out-of-the-box instance. In this first video, we will be going over permissions configuration. Codebeamer supports permission configuration at 5 different levels: instance, project, tracker, workflow, and field levels. Let's start with the instance level permissions. User groups are used to manage permissions at the instance levels. They are good for managing large groups of users across all projects. User groups are most effective when managing types of users such as regular users, system administrators, external or support users. To manage user groups, navigate to the System Admin tab and select User Groups. On this screen, you will see a new group link for creating new user groups and a table of existing user groups. Within the table, we have the name of the user group, context menu represented by a triple dot icon, the number of accounts assigned to the group, the LDAP or AD group name, and the description. As a side note, LDAP configuration will not be covered in this video. The value in the accounts column are links that take you to the list of assigned users. On this list, you will see users assigned to the group, the groups each user is assigned to, as well as other user information. To remove a user from a group, click the triple dot icon and select Edit. This will take you to the user's edit screen where you can uncheck the group you wish to remove the user from. To navigate back to the user groups page, you can click on this link here. Now, you can assign users from the user list screen. You can also assign them from clicking the triple dot icon on the group list and select Assign Members. This will provide you the same assign dialog window. After assigning users to the group, it will take you to the user list for that group, so you can verify everything has been configured correctly. To navigate back to the user group list, click the user groups link in the menu bar. To manage the permissions of a group, click on the same icon and select Edit. This will take you to the Edit screen where you can see the group name and the description, as well as a list of permissions and the option for deleting a user group. To create a new user group, click the New Group link and enter the name and description. You can also select what group you want the permissions to be defaulted, what it's based on. And you can also manually adjust the permissions after selecting what it's based on. So that's how you can create a new group and configure the permissions. Let's take a look at project level permissions now. Project permissions are managed through the use of roles. Similar to user groups, roles are ideal for managing users within a project and are most effective when focusing on user roles such as project admin, developer, scrum master, test lead. To access project roles, navigate to the Members tab within the project. It's going to be under the Admin tab. And here you'll see a list of roles on the left and a list of users on the right. Because the current user is a project admin, you can see there are vertical bars indicating drag and drop functionality. You can either drag a user to a role or drag a role to a user. The dragging functionality only works for assigning roles and not removing them. To both add or remove roles from a user, hover over their role in the table, and there will be an edit link on the far right. This link will open a dialog box with a list of the project roles with the checkboxes to either add or remove roles from the user. To manage the permission configuration of a role, click the edit icon next to the role name on the left. Here you'll see a list of permissions and checkboxes indicating what rights the role has been granted. Project roles are also leveraged for the next three layers: tracker, workflow, and field permissions. Let's take a look at the tracker level permissions. To access tracker level permissions, navigate to the configuration screen for a tracker and select the Permissions tab. Here you'll see a table of roles and permissions with checkboxes indicating the assignment of a right to a role, and you'll be able to modify the tracker rights for all the project roles on the screen. To manage workflow permissions, navigate to the next tab, State Transitions, and here you'll see the workflow diagram at the bottom and a table with each state transition that also contains a list of who is permitted to make that transition. To modify the roles permitted to trigger a transition, click the context menu on the role and select Edit. This will open a dialog box that will have a permitted field. This will open a drop-down with a list of roles and participants who can trigger this state transition. Participants are different from roles. They allow for a user to have access to a specific tracker based on the relationship as opposed to whether or not their role has access. A similar level of configuration can be applied to specific fields. To access field level configuration, navigate to the Fields tab. On the Fields table, there is a column for permissions. You will see one of four options: unrestricted, single, per status, and same as. Unrestricted indicates there are no special permissions for this field beyond what has been configured at the tracker level. Single means there is one permission configuration per role regardless of the tracker item status. Per status means that there is a permission configuration per role and per status. Finally, the same as allows for a single field to have permissions configured and other fields to inherit that configuration. This is helpful when you have a complex permission configuration or when you want to reduce system support complexity. That covers the majority of what you will need to configure a permission model in Codebeamer. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or email us at ptc@sourceallies.com. Thanks for watching.